Hello!
Hey, hey, hey.
Welcome, everybody! We got
Hello,
there.
everyone.
How is it going?
Sorry we're a tad late. We've just had a few technical difficulties.
Which we're still dealing with.
We are still dealing with, but we will get it sorted before long. Welcome to the start of Mutants and Masterminds.
Woohoo!
For those of you who don't know what Mutants and Masterminds is, it's a 5e based campaign all about superheroes. It's quite interesting. It's open to everything. So over the current episodes, you will see all sorts of powers. I think there is an amazing spectrum of powers for tonight. In a moment, I'll let everyone run through their superheroes so everyone can actually get out what they have. But yeah, if you didn't see the trailer, which I just showed, so you should have seen it, setting will be starting in London. The world is very anti-mutant right now.
Terrible place to be.
It's absolutely terrible. So we'll start off. Croy, would you like to introduce your character?
My character is a 27-year-old Scots
right,
man.
so that should be.
We can hear you, Mark. We can hear you.
They can hear you.
27-year-old human, living in London, born in Scotland, moved down to England, working in the financial sector and doing very well for himself too. But managing to keep his powers hidden. He has. Should I say what my powers are? Should I give a little breakdown of that? Is that appropriate, or should I?
You can do if you want.
Let's. He's got ways of getting around. Let's see. we'll leave it at that just now.
That's fine. Ange, would you like to give us the background of your character?
Yeah, so she's 35 and she's a funeral parlour owner, funeral director, and she has a weird ability to make people weep and cry, and she can do some strange things with tombstones and coffins. So yeah, and we're still kind of working it out. So yeah, so that's where we're at with it.
That's fine. Josh, your character?
All anybody knows about Pangolin is news articles. A humanoid figure covered in thick armoured scales, the face covered in almost a mask of scales. And these articles keep coming in, saving people from fires, burning buildings, building collapses. Always in the news, but nobody knows the details.
We won't get Mark on just yet to explain his
just
character.
Coming. He's just coming.
Not a problem.
International man of mystery.
Yeah, definitely. Don't worry, by
Which
the way.
is absolutely true, 100%.
Hey, we can hear you.
Not sure what he's doing. Are you coming in or right?
Right, whilst he's sorting that out, I'll just go through. Basically, if you're new to Mutants and Masterminds, don't worry. Everybody here is. We will be going through it quite steadily. We will be explaining a lot of things as we go through it, so don't worry if you don't quite grab it. Ask in the comments and we'll try and help you out, but don't worry. And if you're interested in joining, we have spaces, and it's a very good system for bringing people in just for the odd episode and that. So if you can't commit long term, don't worry. That is brilliant for this game. Mark, do you want to give us your rundown of your character? You ready?
Absolutely not. So his name is Gunn. He is a former Secret Service agent, MI6, who ended up working for a rather. Well, he was employed by another company, a corporation, after he finished working for MI6, whose name I'm not going to reveal right now. He's had a bit of a falling out with those people and is currently on the run from them, I think. How's that?
That's perfect. So, without further ado, you all are in London. And I forgot to get that ready.
Hey, governor.
You didn't prepare London?
I didn't prepare London.
So they didn't hear any of the intros?
They heard us talking. They heard the mics.
Did you ever get the feeling it's going to be one of those days?
No, we will get there. It's fine.
Hey, stay with us, guys. If you've been part of our stream, then you will know exactly what to expect. We are multifaceted and improvisers to the extreme, being able to cover the slightest deficiency so you don't have to really realise that there is anything going on whatsoever.
Yeah.
We're masters of it. That should be my character's superpower right now.
I do apologise. I set up that scene and forgot to put any sounds on it, so no worries. So, yes, you're all in a coffee shop in London. Some of you may be sat at the tables having a nice coffee. Well RP'd there, Mark. Others may be queuing up. But you're all around this shop. And you're just going about your daily business.
I'm drinking coffee and reading the paper at the table.
Americano. Black, please.
It's quite a normal day. It is on the weekend, so it is a bit busy and there's hustle and bustle going by the street and everything. What are you all doing in this coffee shop?
I'm getting a coffee.
Drinking tea.
Yeah, I think he's trying to make the day as normal as possible. He's sitting reading the papers and probably shaking his head at some of the headlines while drinking himself to death with an espresso.
Waiting in one of these endless bloody queues because whoever's in front is ordering something really, really complicated.
And this goes on for a bit. It's, absolutely nothing out of the ordinary. All of a sudden, a woman walks through the door, and she's with what all of you would assume is her child. He's about 12, 13 years old, and all of you notice this in the coffee shop. It suddenly goes a bit quieter. And a lot of people are looking over at this mother and child. I want you to all start by making a perception roll.
And we're all going to say, how do we do that?
You open up your character sheet.
Oh, there's a skill. There it is.
I have rolled an 8 and then realised that I'm whispering my rolls to myself, so I count my 8 and I'll fix that 1 second.
I also rolled an 8.
That is because I was working on the macros
I rolled
earlier.
a 24.
That's fine.
I've rolled a 23.
Right, okay, so Josh and Croy, you're a bit oblivious. You're too busy on your coffees and everything.
Sounds about right.
And in the game.
Mark and Ange, you notice something. On the lad, quite distinctively, just ever so slightly on the neck there's a little mark. Now, Mark, I'm not going to ask you to roll this. You know what this is.
Oh.
You've seen this
Oh,
mark
we like.
before.
Is it like a tattoo, that kind of mark, or is it a...
Oh, yeah, it's definitely a tattoo. Which, for being on a kid, a lot of people would be already straight a bit. Sort of thing.
Liberal parents.
Ange, can you roll me an insight check? Okay, you don't know what it is either. Mark, you're the only one who does. You know that this is the symbol of Kinetics. The company
Kinetics.
in charge of registering mutants. And you know, Mark, that this symbol means that he's a registered mutant.
Okay. And you said there's some people that have come into the coffee shop after them.
No,
and that's why it's gone quiet.
There's no one coming after them.
Right.
They've just walked in. Not everyone's quiet. Some people are chatting, bubbling, but half the people in this, they've spotted this mark as well, and they know what it is.
Okay. So I think a gun just kind of looks down at the paper and just kind of watches over the top to see if you can figure out maybe what this kid's mutation is, or he's quite a perceptive fellow, is Gun.
Yeah, you can roll me a perception.
I got powers. Okay. If I do that again, 28.
Yeah. You're watching this lad, and all of a sudden you see a shimmer in his skin. You just see it's very subtle, but it's almost as if his skin's got fish scales to it.
Oh, right, okay.
So you
interesting.
From that, you pretty much guess that he's possibly maybe a shapeshifter of some sort.
Okay. So he may not actually be a 12-year-old kid. I'm assuming he could be.
He could be. Now, one thing you've all noticed in this coffee shop, but it's so obvious, is there's a corner with 3 police officers sat in it. And they've all spotted this lad. And they were talking and drinking coffees, but now they are just watching. They're waiting for something.
I mean, in terms of the world on that, is it a bit like X-Men, where the mutants are kind of, they're a bit feared and mistrusted?
Yeah.
Is that the kind of, and that's why they all have to be registered and.
Yep. They all have to be registered, but yeah, because you know the tattoo and everything. You know that this tattoo, they only put it on people who have been noticeably more advanced than the others. So if you're registered, you're registered. But certain mutants end up with this mark, and it usually is the ones that can be a bit more tricky with abilities.
Oh, okay. Ones that could be deemed a threat.
Possibly,
perhaps.
Yes. Yeah. The queue goes down as normal. Everyone carries on, even though it's a lot quieter now. And the woman and the child get to the front of the till, and the guy behind the till, "We don't serve you. Get out." And the mother stood there. She doesn't know what to do. She's shocked. And at this point, you all notice the whole cafe's gone very quiet now. Everybody has paid attention.
I get up and go over and use my persuasion to sort of say to the gentleman, "You don't think there's any need for that, do you, child?"
As Weeping Widow gets up, Ian, I begin to move my seat, but I watch as this lady stands up, and I just sit back down. and go back to my coffee and watch what's said.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Just thought you trailed off a little bit, that was all.
The barista turns to you, Ange. None of
I'm very
your
persuasive.
business! Go have your coffee or you can go and all.
Sir, I don't think there's any need for that. It's a child.
Do you want me to roll persuasion?
Oh, piss. I'm supposed to have these really persuasive skills.
Maybe you're just not using them yet. You haven't
not probably yet.
escalated.
The barista...
I'm very attractive and fascinated in persuasion.
See, you could have pulled that in and you didn't. You could use those abilities. The barista, he looks past you over to the police officers, and he gives them a bit of a head pull. And these police officers get up and they're heading towards you. Do you want to do anything, or do you want to wait until they get there? Because at the moment, you can see they're still not bothered about you. They're fixated on this kid.
I just turn around to them and say, "Gentlemen, how can I help you?"
Is there some sort of disturbance, ma'am?
No. This gentleman's been a little bit unkind to a child.
I think it'd be better for everyone if they leave as well.
He's registered. Oh, I don't know that. Shit.
Perhaps then, in that case, that's when Gunn just kind of looks up over the top of his newspaper and says, "Oh, he's registered, mate. What's the problem?"
He's making everyone uncomfortable. There are
Well, he's not making me uncomfortable.
I'm not uncomfortable.
Anybody else uncomfortable?
There's just utter silence.
But nobody says.
Nobody
Yes.
says anything. You can see you can probably tell there's a few people in the cafe who are just pulling the papers up and looking down at phones, and then there's a couple of people who are keeping their eyes on the situation, but nobody's doing anything. There are areas in the city that they can go to. Maybe it's best if they move along to some of those. Says one of.
Do we have smartphones and that kind of tech?
Yeah. You've got anything modern.
I take out my smartphone, and I sit with it, and I press the record button with my camera just like that.
Is it plain view?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting there, coffee in front of me, camera, just staring right at the thing.
At this point, the tension in this coffee shop's quite extent now. Everybody's on edge. The mother just says, "It's okay. We'll go. We'll go." And she starts ushering the lad out the coffee shop.
This conversation is boring. You, sir, don't deserve any custom.
And who might you be, ma'am? And the police officer's now his attention's on you as the child and the mum leave.
You know me. I'm the funeral director. I'm the one that goes around picking up all that you leave behind.
He has a reputation for bad sandwiches, this guy, clearly.
Oh, I thought it was the copper that said that to me.
It was the copper that said
Oh,
Oh, right.
Okay.
Roll me a straight presence check.
She ain't got up now. Peasants. Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Oh, I got 0 on that.
Oh.
Got 16. The police officer looks at you. Maybe it's best, ma'am, if you just stick with what you know, and we'll stick with what we know. And they turn around as soon as they said this, and they head back to their little corner table.
Yeah, well, that ended a wee bit faster than I hoped it would. Oh well, put phone back in my pocket.
As they do, everything kind of starts to the levels start to raise back up, and everyone starts talking again, as if nothing ever even happened. All of you can see, because it's a big window area coffee shop. You can all see this kid's in tears outside on the curb,
Oh,
and
Is that you're doing?
you can see the mum's obviously trying to consolidate him, and you can even just as in the coffee shop, you can see as people walk past on the streets, they're giving them a wide berth.
I
More
go
so
up to the
because they're just
counter
crying in the street.
and grab ask for a takeaway coffee and a cake.
Yeah. Okay, the barista happily provides you with that.
And then I walk outside and just give it to them.
Oh, thank you, ma'am. It's too kind. We're used to this. And she
Doesn't make it right.
What else can we do?
Maybe wear a polo neck.
Do you say that?
Yeah. I just state the obvious. I'm unemotional and state the obvious.
That would be a crime. If they're marked, they have to show it. They're not allowed to hide it.
And they should put it on a place that's obvious. It's on his neck. Clothing can't be helped.
I thank you, but we better go. We don't want any trouble. And she thanks you again, bows her head, and she walks off.
Go back inside.
When you walk back
Down
in,
back at the table.
when you walk back in, Ian's sitting, just clapping like this, just clapping, and he's like, "Well done, that was good. I enjoyed that."
Yeah. Perhaps you could get this lady another coffee with a side order of prejudice.
As you do that, Croy, you hear, because you have the ability, you hear a little chatter on the police radio. That they're all sat in the bar, and they get called to something, and they very quickly, whilst everyone's clapping, they just get up, grab the stuff, and they're off. The noise chatter that you heard was about a possible mutant sighting, an unregistered, and they're out the door.
Oh, looks like those bastards have got another fish to fry. I say that just to the room generally.
Sounds like Tuesday to me.
As soon as the police leave, I will start to follow them out the door. I've spent an inordinate amount of time at the milk counter while that entire thing was going on. Just standing there, doing nothing, and waiting to see what happens. And as soon as they leave, I follow them out the door.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing?
Do we notice this character following the police out the door? Did it look suspiciously like this person that hadn't said anything was following this person out the door?
Yeah, this odd guy that's now got milk all over his hands.
Yes.
I'm a bit clumsy.
No, just imagining you standing there pouring milk into your cup while all of this was going on.
Like it milky.
Yeah. I think you would all notice because you're all very aware of the situation at the moment, and you clock this strange character very strangely following the police after being stood at the milk section for quite a while.
And I quickly grab my camera again and I take a quick photograph of him. Put the camera back in my inside jacket pocket, stand up, push the chair back, and I say, kind of loudly, "Well then, let's go and see what's going on. It's going to be a lot more exciting outside than inside, that's for sure." And I follow this other character out the door.
Yep. I think that Gunn would take an interest in this too, given the nature of his background. So he'll climb to his feet. He heads over to the barista and just he smiles and says, "The apple pie was lovely," and leaves. And as he leaves, he's going to look at Ian and say, "One for you, Tube, is it?"
Aye, and Insta.
Well, I've got to admit, I don't get all that social media stuff, to be honest.
Oh, absolutely brilliant. What a way to connect to people, I tell you. I've got followers all over the world.
Oh, how nice for you.
Yeah, they like my... I do base jumping, you see, so they like the excitement.
Oh, base jumping.
Yeah, I was hoping to jump off a bridge down here sometime, but the authorities have got it wrapped. Look, those guys are getting away. I'm following them. Are you? Who's that lady? Is she with you?
No, I've never seen her before, to be honest. Bit all right though.
Yeah, pretty. Huh. What's your name? And I shout over, ignoring the crowd that's just talking over the hubbub.
Rose, and might follow them. I might get some business. And as I get up,
Oh, well, that's pretty cold.
as I get up, I just pick my newspaper up and knock my cup of coffee over on the table, and let it drip all over the floor, and go, "Oh,
So we better clear that up.
walk out."
Straight away, there's a young teenager coming over with a cloth. "Don't worry about it, ma'am. We've got it." Oblivious. Cry, as you're leaving, can you roll me a perception check, please?
I can indeed. Let me just continue to update that. Insight check. Insight. Here we go.
Perception, sorry.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Perception. There's a perception check. It's a lower number. Damn it. That's what I get.
Roll all the dice. You'll figure it out.
Yeah. Click on every skill.
I don't see an every button.
I can write you one.
Yeah. Okay. Carry on.
What? Yeah. Okay. So I
So you're now all on pursuit of our police officers.
Yeah, we're in hot pursuit of the guy that's in hot pursuit
Are they
of the police
walking or are they in a car?
They're not in a car. No, they're walking down the street, but they've got a pace on them.
Well, I get into my vehicle that's outside.
Okay.
you got parking in London. My goodness, privilege.
Yeah, I get to park in places.
Would you like to describe the car that everyone sees you get into, Ange?
Just a hearse.
Is it a Jaguar, a Daimler or something? Or
Yeah, and it's one of those ones that's got extra seat, 2 layers of seats, and the hearse,
right, yeah.
and the hearse bit on
And
the back.
The bit in the back for the...
Yeah. So I wind the
clearly
windows
departed.
down and say, "Did I hear you say you're going to follow them?"
Therefore, might take a look.
We'll
What?
go together.
in that thing. What? We're not going to get taken to the funeral, are we?
You want a lift or not? We can drive slow at the walking space and it not be obvious.
Aye, all right, go on. Get in.
I'm not sure that this vehicle could be classed as not obvious. Well,
It is black, and a lot of the cars in the city are also black. It's
okay.
big window box area on the back for the
You
coffin.
do see hers is driving around London.
Yeah, and they do drive slow as well, which is handy.
Josh, are you jumping in the car with them?
I'm slightly ahead of them. I'm not sure if I would hear them.
Okay, yeah. That's
Considering I followed the police officers straight away.
Yeah. So you're right. Okay, so you're on the right. You're right behind them.
I clock
Pretty
him as a
I'm drinking my
walk.
coffee and trying very hard to not look like I'm following 3 police officers, but I'm not very good at it.
I drive along at her speed. So
I think I'd be faster walking. Can you not put your foot in it? Look, that guy's
Maybe
getting
you
away.
could. You could walk in front with a flag or something.
A flag, aye, that'd be...
Whatever it is they do.
you're sitting in a vehicle with blackened out windows. They can't see you.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Wow, not bad. My name's Ian. Pleased to
Rose.
meet you all. Pleased to meet you, Rose. That was a very nice thing you did. Well done. Sorting out those kids. Very impressed.
Seems that other guy's following them badly.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah. Can we tell, actually, that he's following badly? Is this
You can roll perception if you want to investigate.
I'm going to roll perception. Which bloke?
Yeah. Yeah, you can tell. You could distinctly tell that this bloke's following them. You
I just
you know more than anyone that he's doing a shoddy job.
Oh, okay, nice. Bit bloody amateurish, eh?
You follow them for about a minute. You're obviously driving along slowly in the road. You're probably getting a few cars up your backside beeping your horn because you're not going the full
It wouldn't
speed.
beep. It's respectful. I always keep
London.
a coffin in the back.
It's London. There's no coffin in the back, and you're getting beeped.
I give them the V's, but they can't see it because the blinders are blacked out.
All of a sudden, these 3 police officers, they jump into a bit of a sprint now. And just in front of them, you can see there's a bit of a fight breaking out on the street.
Ooh.
Now that's what I'm talking about. And he gets his camera out. And I know, can I open this from the inside? There's a child lock on. Let's go. And I jump. I don't wait until I don't wait until the car's stopped. I just open the door and jump out into.
It's going slow enough for you to get out. To be fair.
Open the door and step out. Yeah. I look across at Rose and just go, sign of the times, I suppose. And climb out after Ian.
If you are looking at the fight and not the police officers, roll me a perception.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what's going on with that fight.
I was just parking.
Takes some time, it's big.
Yeah. So only you see this, Josh. Out of the 2 characters, one of them is definitely glowing.
Shiny.
It's not large, but he has definitely got like a greeny glow emanating from him. As you get closer, you see the police start to slow down, because I think you assume that they as they get closer, they're seeing this now, and they draw their guns straight away. And you could all hear them, because the whole street starts going very quiet. Cars are turning away, people are stopping, everyone's watching what's going on again. and they're shouting at this both of these characters more than anything to get down on the floor.
Okay.
And they're not.
Behind
They're still
the
fighting.
police officers, I'm going to just let my coffee cup drop to the ground, and I will take on my armoured form. Which should be quiet, but anybody looking's going to notice it.
Yeah. Well, the police have got their backs to you because they're looking at what's going on.
That was my hope.
So, yeah, they're not going to see you.
I'm filming this and I'm on Periscope and it's going on Twitter or whatever the equivalent is, and I'm streaming it and I'm watching. I'm too busy watching the counts going up on my dial to notice anything else that's going on. I'm just kind of watching the counts.
Yeah. And are you still parking?
I've parked. I've got my fake disabled badge out and put it on the dash.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. Mark, what are you doing at this point?
Well, I think I would have gotten out of the car. I followed along behind Ian. His attention's probably focused on the policeman at this moment in time, which is probably why he hasn't noticed the green glow necessarily of that's happening during the fight. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, he's going to kind of try and. You said there's a crowd that's formed around, and I think I'm going to try and merge with the crowd and push my way through, just to have a look to see if I can spot any of these tattoos on this guy that's glowing green or anything like that.
Okay. Cry. Seeing as you're holding, are you looking on the screen of your phone, or are you just kind of holding it in the air?
At this point, yeah, with the crowd being there, I'm holding it up and I'm checking it periodically just to make sure I've still got them in frame.
Can you roll me perception again? But I'm going to give you advantage on this, so we'll add 5 to your score. Yeah.
21.
All of a sudden, on your phone, it dies. The internet connection's gone.
What the?
No Wi-Fi, no signal, nothing.
Bloody hell, we're in the middle of bloody London and I can't even get a decent signal. What the is going on here? Its battery was fine, I had it. That was about 1,000 people watching that there. Bloody hell.
Within seconds of this happening, about a dozen black cars all start piling into the area. Now, out of all these cars, what you would all assume are SWAT officers start getting out of the cars. But Mark, roll me perception on that. Yeah, you
21.
You recognise them. They are kinetics soldiers.
Soldiers.
Yeah. And they're swarming everywhere. You estimate that there's probably about 30 to 40 of them around you now. All coming out of every vehicle that's pulling into this street corner. And they're all heading straight for this fight.
Okay. I mean, that's a lot of guys. At that point, I think I'm going to try to disassociate myself from the crowd and perhaps walk away.
Yeah.
Away from these guys, so I don't want them to recognize me.
Yep.
So I'm going to try and find an alley or something to duck into, so I can
wind
keep
the
an eye.
window down and say, "Get back in."
And yeah, seeing that, I think that is exactly what I do. I'm going to climb into the back seat and shut the door because that's where the blacked out windows are more likely to be, right?
Yep.
So, yeah, he climbs into the back seat there and shuts the door. Looks like it's getting a bit busy here, love.
Need to move.
Josh, what are you doing as you see all of these officers pouring out of these vehicles?
I was preparing to take on the police officers. I'm now regretting my choice and looking for an exit. So I'm looking for an alleyway I can duck down that's nearby, or anywhere essentially I can get out of sight.
Are you still in
We
your
notice
scale
him.
farm?
I am definitely still in my scaled form, and very, very obvious.
I just turn to the others and I wind the window down and go, get in the car now.
How far away am I from that?
I was right next to it all.
Yeah, Ange pulled up pretty close to the back of the crowd, so yeah, you hadn't quite got through the crowd, so you are within earshot of Ange shouting
Fair enough.
from a hearse.
I'll attempt to squeeze back through the crowd and jump into the back seat.
And then I start to do a turn in the road and pull away. Don't
Hang on.
worry, we can get away.
I was going to say, you're leaving Cry.
Well,
Yeah.
Ian,
Oh no, I
What
thought
thing?
he was in the car. Sorry, I thought he was hanging out the window.
No, it's cool. It's do it because Ian, did I see this transformation of this character after the phone went dead and I was looking around to see what the hell was going on? Did I see this scaled character getting into the hearse?
Roll perception. No.
Damn it. I see these guys appear, and I suppose it's obvious at that point, right? I mean, you just said there was all these cars pulling in, and I'm like, I think it's got a little bit too interesting now. And I turn and walk back towards the coffee shop, and I see the hearse.
Yeah, and I wind the window down and shout, "Oi, YouTube, get in!"
You all hear a very distinctive bang.
Car crash kind of bang, or bomb going off kind of bang? Gunshot bang?
I would say if you're trained in any sort of weaponry, you recognise it's a gunshot.
Okay. Well, blimey. Somebody's brought some artillery along.
As you all get further away, and you're no longer in earshot and everything, Croy, you see your phone. It vibrates because it gets back into signal and everything. And you very quickly notice that all the footage has gone, including what happened in the coffee shop.
The bastards! I knew that they were all bloody pervasive and knowing and seeing, but I had no bloody idea they were in the back of my phone. That's the last time I buy a Huawei device, I tell you. Jesus, what the hell? And by the way, is this scaled form character sitting next to me or sitting in the hearse with us?
Yeah.
I just look up and go, and what the hell are you, pal?
I'm just a guy getting a ride.
Yeah.
The suspension probably isn't taking it. I'm very heavy in this form.
I mean, look at you. What the hell are you? And do those guys know what the hell you are?
I would certainly hope not. That's why I'm trying to get away.
I'm looking at his neck. Has he got a tattoo? Is he registered? Are you registered, sir? I'm not asking you. I'm just looking.
Are you still in scale form, Josh?
I am, yes.
Yeah,
I've not dropped it. It covers my face. It covers everything.
You could not tell if he did. The scales cover up everything on him. You can't. If there is a tattoo, it's under the scales. You don't know.
Ah, but, Well, I suppose you're registered, are you, mate?
I'm not sure if it's in my best interest to answer that.
Well, judging by the speed you got into this beast of a machine, I suspect you're probably not.
Excellent. You can let me out anywhere.
Didn't be so hasty, pal.
Okay, so everyone's in the car, and I say, "Don't worry, we can get away in this. They won't catch us."
Yep.
I drive off at like 3 miles an hour. As I go by, I just sort of flick my hand, and 3 tombstones drop on the coppers' heads, and then I just flick a button, and the car starts to speed up, and then I go.
So as we're kind of looking back, do we see these two things fall out of the sky?
I don't know, that's what I wanted. I don't know if I'm going to be allowed to. I have no idea how this works.
Do me a dexterity roll.
Oh, you're a fighter. That's quite good, really. I think that works.
Well, it depends. If it was on a scale of 1 to 100, it's not very good. On a scale of 1 to 10, it's great. 1 to 10.
Look,
I'm
we
still
know that
staring at
Angie's
this
rules
guy.
work.
Let me just check your ability here. Hang on.
I'm staring at this armored guy, and I'm saying, so, listen, I didn't mean anything by it. I wasn't trying to cast aspersions. What's your name, my friend?
Pangolin.
Pangle. It's a pleasure.
Pangolin, I think he said.
Oh, Pangolin. Oh, it's great
Yeah.
to meet you, Pangolin. I'm Ian. Ian McDermott. Pleased to meet you.
Excellent. He reaches out his hand to shake yours, and his hand covered in scales just has sort of sharp clawed nails at the end of it, and it's massive, like dinner plate size, just reaches out to try and shake your hand.
Bloody hell. Bloody hell, man. They look useful. I wouldn't want to annoy you anyway.
Ange, you.
You asked me to play this game. I don't know what you expected.
Yeah.
You know those tombstones were probably very spot on to where those policemen were standing, but you don't know if they've moved ever so slightly. But
You better hope they're in
Yeah.
a big crowd of people.
yeah. And as this happens, you do hear a gasp from down this street where everyone is. You hear a bit of an extra scream going off.
Ooh.
That's fine. I put my foot down and get out of the way.
I'm just kind of wondering, these tombstones, did they like appear to fall from orbit, or do they just kind of materialise just above them? And
Yeah.
oh, okay,
Yeah,
right.
she can. Yeah, anywhere she wants them.
Can I? Am I able to use my my hearing and focus down the road to figure out if anything's chasing us?
Yeah. Do you want to roll on that?
Oh, I would love to. Is that perception?
It's the perception with advantage, so you get +5 on that.
Okay. 15.
It's hard for you to tell.
A lot of traffic. Yeah. A lot of background noise. Can't pin it down. Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, as you're driving away, everything seems to return back to normal. But you're now all sat in this car, slowly driving at 3 miles per hour down the road.
Slightly
That's
lopsided.
just London traffic, isn't it?
Just, yep. You you drive into the quieter area of the city. You know, you were pretty much in the main hustle and bustle, and you're getting onto the outskirts now, where you start getting less businesses, sort of more residential area. Is there any distinctive chatter between yourselves in the car? On this journey?
I want to ask Mr. Pangolin. So why not register then, mate? Any particular
register?
reason?
I don't need my
Well,
name.
because it's the law.
I wanted my name on a list, I'd put it there. I don't need my name on a list of people that they can hunt down whenever they want.
Well, that's very true. Makes sense.
Well, I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all.
If I walked around looking like a blue dustbin on wheels, I think I'd be a bit inclined to keep myself off a list as well.
A blue dustbin on wheels?
I think I should be offended by that.
Don't worry, pal. And I slap him on the back if I can reach him.
He's not tall. You can definitely reach. You just probably won't notice.
I was more reading about where I don't know where I am sitting in the car. I think if we're on opposite sides, or if you're at the front or the back.
Well, Gun got in first, so I assume Gun's in the middle.
Yeah, I kind of figured that's where he am.
Yeah.
Ange, can you roll me a vehicles check, please?
I'm only riding at 3 miles an hour.
You said we were going faster.
Didn't need to.
Doing 5. We're going almost twice as fast as that. Oh.
I was like it.
Suddenly, as you're driving along, you're driving past one of these buildings, and a massive fireball ejects from a window on the building. As this happens, the car in front of you slams its brakes on, and you just manage to brake before slamming into the back of it.
Perfect timing on the sound effects there.
You got real confused for a second, man.
Not me, I swear. What do you all want to do? The traffic has stopped. No, nothing's moving.
And this fireball, it came down from a window in a like a skyscraper type thing, right?
Yeah. Car
Is it
alarms are
residential?
going off around because it was a bit of a bang.
I'm going to attempt to negotiate my way out of the car. I'm, large.
With your claws.
I'm on the large side.
Can't open the door.
The seats might be a bit ripped up at this point, but...
Future business. I park the car.
You're in a bit of a quieter area of the city, so there's not as
Are
many
we going to
people.
be super villains? Is that what's going to happen here? Are we?
I did say you could go wherever way you want.
You know what you expect from us.
Yeah.
So you can all see quite clearly on this building that where this fireball came out, the window's gone, and what you can tell, the building is now on fire.
Oh.
And
Did the fireball come out or in?
It came out.
Building.
It came out of the building. So there's glass shards and everything all over the road and everything. And the doors of this building fling open, and you can see there's not loads. It is middle of the day. Not many people are probably home, but you can see some people are rushing out of this building.
Bloody hell. That looks pretty nasty. Are you fireproof, Blue Man?
I've been fireproof every time I've tried. I'm already walking towards the building. And while I walk, I'm looking for signs on the doors or on the walls anywhere that say what the building is. or anything that indicates it's a certain type of building, really.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got ourselves a show. And I open out the door and I get my camera out and follow him.
Give me a perception, Josh.
I was going to argue for expertise streetwise, but it's the same, so fair enough.
That's fine. Yeah, you very quickly, you know that this is a residential building. Most likely, it's a block of flats, as far as you can tell.
Okay, I'm just walking straight towards the door then.
Yep.
Trying to get in.
I step out the car, look up, and think, I need to get up there quick.
Yeah.
So I just... I use my hand and make a stairway of tombstones up the side of the building.
You're going up the outside of the building.
Yep.
Okay. What level are you going to?
What level was the fireball?
You quickly you look at the building and you can see that where the window's been blown out is a rough. Yeah, it's the 5th floor. But on the 4th floor, you can already see there's somebody at one of the windows screaming for help.
I go up to that floor.
Which one? 4th.
Screamer.
The 4th floor.
So yeah, okay. So you make your tombstone staircase on the outside of the building up to the 4th floor.
Oh, I do that. Can I have it like a... I'm dressed as an undertaker, but when I go to do it, can I...
When you go to undertake?
Yeah, no, but if someone's filming it, I need to put a mask over my face of some sort, like a veil. Can't tell who I look like. They can't see my face. It's just a veil that drops down, that's all.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I like that. That's cool.
Yeah.
So I get out the car, I drop a veil down, I tombstone up to the 4th floor. Now, I can make these tombstones move, so I can just zoom up to the 4th floor.
What, they levitate?
No, I could just make them disappear.
Oh, okay.
Or I can fire them out at people.
What's everyone else doing as Angie's scaling the outside of the building?
I've climbed out of the car also after pangolin.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking up towards this window where the fireball came from. I'm trying to figure out if there's any other activity in that room. Like, is there a fight or something going on up there, or is anybody looking out of the window?
You cannot see anything. You can tell from the glow that there is definitely a fire raging in there.
Oh.
You can also see in the neighbouring windows that the fire is spreading.
Okay. So I kind of stick my head into the car. I look at Ian and I'll say, I'd prefer it, mate, if you would keep me off camera, if that's all right.
No worries, I'm following that guy, and I'm out the car.
I also am following that guy.
That guy, where are you going?
That guy is going straight in the front door,
Yep.
and then essentially every door he comes to is just going to knock on it and go, "There's a fire, get out!" And listen for a second and see if he hears any movement inside, anybody that needs help, and then move on to next door, and just keep going.
Yep, okay. Yeah, you work your way through. You're starting at the ground floor, banging on doors. Most of them don't open. A couple of them will open, and people are shocked to see you because obviously
I'm not surprised.
And when they run out the building, you're not quite sure if they even heard the fact that you said that there's a fire, and whether or not they just think you're there to, they're not used to seeing someone in a full, different, scaly sort of skin.
Okay, just for the record, what colour is his skin?
Are we getting that?
Yeah.
It's a sort of dark brown shifting into a purple almost. I My art turned out to be a much lighter brown than I expected. I'm not sure how, but I'll fix it later.
Okay.
So yeah, so like I said, some people you're almost certain that they're running out the building because you just knocked on their door. They didn't even listen to the fact that there's a fire, and you work your way through.
Is there a fire alarm
No,
thing to smash? No.
it's an old building. You can tell that straight away from the walls and everything. You are in the less financial side of the city.
Okay.
A lot of people here, they don't have jobs, so the buildings are cheap, very cheap building. Then there is not a fire.
Like council flats type thing.
Yeah, you
Was
look
it?
around and you can see there's like fire extinguisher holders and there's no fire extinguisher there.
Oh.
So yeah, you'd be lucky if there's nothing there.
When I see that Pangolin is just going to be walking and knocking on the doors, I look at him and say, I think these guys are all right. I think we need to be upstairs. That's where the action's happening.
Right. I'm just going to start running up the stairs. I'll go to the nearest staircase. I'll start running up the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I'm already up there.
You're on floor 4, Ange. So you're still on the outside of the building, and you've reached this window where there's somebody screaming.
And I say to them, out, and tell them to go down the tombstone steps I've made.
They, as you've climbed up this window, they've actually stopped screaming for help, and they've backed into a corner in this room that you're now looking into.
I just say, do you want to survive? Then come down these steps. And I climb in through their window and just walk through their house and out their door.
Okay. Roll me.
Oh no, stop making me roll.
Yeah.
I'm going to stop doing things.
Roll
Trust
me
the dice.
a presence check.
Ooh, presents.
Is it Christmas?
Not presents. Presents. Yeah. She sees you and she doesn't move as you leave.
I'm supposed to be really persuasive and nice.
You've just broken through the window after scaling up the side of it. You're not persuading her to leave. You're just shouting at her to leave.
It's not only that, you look like the angel of death or something.
I'm going to use persuasion.
If you want to try and talk to her,
I just say, something has exploded. I've given you a means of escape. Escape. Are you leaving or not?
as you move into the room, and she has a clear path to the window, she hesitantly, you can still tell she's not listening to you properly. She scuttles to the window, and she's keeping an eye on you. And she looks out the window at these tombstones, and she very slowly and hesitantly gets on them and works her way down.
When she hits the bottom, I just make them disappear anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just walk out the door. And what floor did this explosion thingy? I missed it, sorry.
So the explosion was on floor 5. You're on floor 4 at the moment.
I just find the steps and go up to the next floor.
Okay. The rest of you, have you all following Cry's advice and heading up?
The little guy said go up. I'm going up.
Yeah, I think I was heading up to the floor where the explosion happened. That's probably my objective.
Yep.
Pangolin shows no indicator of stopping unless someone stops him on the 5th floor. He just heard go up.
That's fine.
Oh.
And miraculously, you all convene on the stairs, and you enter the landing onto the 5th floor.
You took your time.
Can you not smell smoke? And I listen to see if I can hear any screams. I would like to use my extra good hearing, the ongoing ultra hearing with my cat-like senses. So I will give a perception roll. Do I get advantage on that when I use my?
Yeah. I'll give you advantage.
So perception. I'm listening out for screams. 26.
You can hear screams from below. You know that on the 5th floor from when you were outside that there's only another floor above. But strangely enough, when you come up to floor 5, you're not hearing screams. What you can hear more than anyone is you can actually hear a cluster of different noises. You can hear a bit of music, bit of maybe like a radio or a TV going on, but no screams.
I don't think anybody's up here, and if they are, then they're in trouble. They're probably already unconscious. Maybe we should have a look. Do we see any fire?
You currently cannot see any evidence of any fire. You are very quick into this building, so you're not expecting it to have spread too much yet.
Yeah.
Can't smell burning or smoke or anything?
There's a faint whiff in the air that you could probably pick up on, but nothing significant.
So can I tell? In that listening, was there any obvious signs of silence coming from anywhere? Like if every other room was being noisy, was one of them being quiet particularly?
It would be very hard for you to pinpoint that on the staircase.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
I'm just going to start walking forwards and looking out for something that looks like a fire.
Yep.
Yeah, I follow.
This is more
Pangolin.
stairs. Somehow I expected to be something around that corner. It's just more stairs. Okay. Once I'm in an actual corridor where I can see multiple things, I'm just going to look down both ways, and I'm using my infravision to spot any source of heat.
Yeah. You can clearly see heat to your left. To the left end of the corridor, you can clearly see heat. But very disturbingly, as you look around, you can actually tell that a lot of these apartments have actually still got people in.
Right. I'm just going to yell at whoever followed me, "Get people out of these apartments!" And I'll start walking towards the source of the fire. Left on the map, or left from Pangolin's perspective? Those are two different directions.
Right on the map, left from your
Thank you.
perspective.
Okay. I will start walking towards wherever the fire was.
Yeah, I'm still following Pangolin. But
I lift my mask up and knock on the first door that I come to.
Are you moving to the first door, Andrew?
Bang on the door. Boop, boop, boop.
Follow it.
There's a fire. You might want to be getting out of here.
Which way am I going?
This way, then
Up the
down.
stairs.
Over here. There you go.
Oh, I was still playing it in my head.
Bang on the door. Next door on this side.
Which way did they go? Oh, okay. I'll go this way.
To the right.
There you go.
Oh,
Oh, the door on the. Then.
We know which door the explosion came from, which direction.
Pangolin knows. He could see the heat source. And Cry, as you bang on this door, you burn your hand.
Ooh.
You feel that heat. It's no more than like touching a kettle sort of burn.
Yeah, I get that, but I'm banging. I go, yo, hey, bloody hell, this is it. This is hot. Over here, Pangolin.
I knock on the doors
Past them.
this way.
Yeah, you're fireproof. I'll let you go first.
Am I fireproof? We're about to find out.
Let's find out.
I'm just going to walk up to this door and just bash it down.
Okay.
Ian stands back.
Bear with me.
I shout down the corridor to the others. I see if I still see them. We've got the fire. It's in here.
I knock on the door, shout through the letterbox. There's a fire. Get out.
Oh God, there's fire in here.
And run up towards them.
So yes, you kick down this door, and what you see is a whole room of fire.
Is the whole room in fire, or is there obviously a spot where it's not on fire?
There's bits. You can see that it looks like all the fire looks like it's emanated from the back bedroom of this apartment, and the wall of the back bedroom is literally fully ablaze. But roll if you just entered the room, roll me perception.
Yep. Sorry, I've lost my character sheet. I've got too many things open. Oh, what happened to my good rolls?
Yeah, looks like fire.
I can tell. Looks like fire. I'm just going to start walking through this space and looking for anybody who's alive in the fire.
Yeah.
Or anybody who's in the fire in general, really. I've met a funeral director. Could be useful. As soon as I come to this door, I'll just bash the door down again.
Okay.
This is just regular fire. There's not something weird about it, right?
Roll perception.
I'll do that. I will do that.
It's animated, which is weird enough in Roll20.
It's animated, and I think it's lagging me out a little bit.
It will be. That's a lot of animated sprites. That's why it's not very common in Roll20.
May have to get rid of that. No one's complaining about any lag on stream, so I'm persevering with it on my side.
I didn't really go in, I just went to have a look. I had to just roll 20 curiosity.
Yeah, Mike, it looks like fire to you.
Okay. Now, you mentioned downstairs that the bracket for the fire extinguisher was empty. Is there one on this floor? See, along this corridor. Using my superpowers.
Yep. You can see that there's a fire extinguisher about 2 foot to your right.
I grab a hold of the fire extinguisher.
Yep.
And I knock the top off the thing of it and seize the handle and start trying to spray it around at the base of the fire in this room.
As you do this, you roll me perception quickly as you do that.
Okay. 33. Is that quick enough?
Oh yeah. What? Oh, that's yeah. As you grab this fire extinguisher, you can tell that it's a lot lighter than it should be. And the pin, the safety pin that's usually there, is not.
Bloody kids. I'll just put it down here with the rest of the fire.
It ignites.
So I kind of just shout to everyone, oh, I'm not going to run into the fire. Has Pangolin gone in? Is he in the room?
No, Pangolin is made his way to the master bedroom door at the moment.
So he's in that.
I'm in the fire room.
That right.
He's in the. He is in the apartment.
All right. I just shout through then. You see anybody in there?
Not yet.
As you shout him, I'm kind of. This wasn't my intention, but because of the lag, I'm going to do it.
The fire
Right,
immediately
suddenly
starts.
stops.
Bear with me.
I'll be honest, I'm still slightly rocked by Mark's 33. I just thought he was rolling well. Didn't realise that plus 30.
Yeah, he's been rolling terrible. Bear with me.
I'm looking down the corridor, and when I see that the focus, I want to do two things. When I see the focus of the other two is into the room in the fire, I want to see if people have been exiting the rooms or if they're still in. If there's obviously no movement or anything down the corridor, if anybody's got the doors open and is streaming out now because of our warnings. And I'm assuming not at this point.
No. You're not hearing anything different than what you would expect.
So I walk to the house next door and I start kicking the door. Thumping on it.
Okay. Yeah, so as you were all shouting into this room, you, weirdly enough, all the fire pulls back into the back room.
The oven's still on fire.
No, it's not for me.
Okay, we'll ignore that one then.
What the hell?
And I think dynamic lighting is still hating me right now.
Just a quick check.
Yeah.
Can I see the broken window in here? The window that we saw breaking from downstairs, was that in here or was that in the back?
No,
The one
you-
the fireball came through.
You've not come across that yet.
Okay. In that case, I'm just going to kick down this door then next to him.
Yep.
Really comfy looking bed in here. If there's nobody in here, I'll just move to next door and do the same. Kick that one down.
Can I assist in that in some way?
Yeah, you can go into that room if you want.
Does the door open? Does the door open for Ian?
Yeah, that door just opened. It wasn't actually locked, that door, Croy.
Grand. So I did try it to open it and then it opens.
Yep.
Cool.
All the other doors in that apartment will just open up easy enough for you.
Yeah.
As you're kicking this door down, I'm going to want you to all roll initiative.
Whoosh.
Oh good, let's get in a fight. Wait, hang on. I didn't have my token selected. Roll 20, noob.
Well done.
Oh.
Can you put me on 18, please?
Yeah, hang on.
Thank you.
One of a hell high roll I just rolled.
Somebody else also did not select their token.
Yeah, I didn't see your roll, then.
I did select.
you're deformed. I'm asking, is anybody deformed?
Is there a church anywhere around here? I'm going to butt in.
Sorry.
Is anyone in
Look,
this
if
village
anybody else
before?
wants to jump in.
I just did.
Hello again. We're back.
We're back.
Yeah, so if you just saw that trailer, if you're interested in anything that we're doing here, do jump into our Discord, do join us, drop us a follow if you're watching. We are trying to get more games up and running. Mutants and Masterminds, this is the only official slot for tonight that we've actually got in the diary, but we will be gearing it up ready to start on a more regular basis. And there is still a slot. You notice there's a space there for a sixth person. And obviously, if we could get enough interest, then we will be more than happy to run multiple campaigns side by side. Because it's a really fun sort of game. And it's very open to chop and change. So yeah, and there is other stuff as well. It's not just Mutants and Masterminds. We got the Dungeons and Dragons series that's currently just on a break, but we'll be gearing up at some point to come back. In the meantime, there are lots of one shots. If you're interested, now is the time to get in the Discord and show yourself, because we are doing a number of one shots over the next few weeks where we can. And if you're new to it and you're not sure of it, this is the best time to jump in, because there's no commitment. You can just turn up, do one episode that actually ends up being 2. But yeah, it's definitely worth jumping in and joining in. Without further ado, we will get back to Roll20, and hopefully it will stay not laggy for everybody. So,
You'll behave.
you've all rolled initiative, and then we will have.
I want to fight the door.
And I forgot to put that on a token. Look at me being really pro.
That's just like the rest of us then. You fit in perfectly.
Say nothing. Pleading the fifth.
How much
I'm
campaigns
walking
roll
about.
20 this week?
Ian's walking about. I'm walking about in the room, and there's absolutely no bugger here whatsoever. So I'm just kind of walking about, oblivious to what's going on next door at this point.
Yep. Mark. I've not took that door down, have I? Hang on. Martin.
That's why I'm fighting the door. Oh, there you go.
So yeah. So the door bursts open. Now the apartment, most of the fire has been pulled back by whatever weird thing that was, and
Towards this door, is it?
yeah, all towards
seemed to
into
kind of-
this
right.
room, and inside this room it's still glowing. As the door opens, you feel a massive rush of heat come at you as well. The temperature in this room, it's scorching. Your first breath, your mouth dries straight away. It's that hot. And in the middle of this room, you see a ball of fire. Very prominent, very human-shaped ball of fire. And even though the fire's kind of died down somewhat, you can feel the fire's still going. And you can see on the floor as well, the fire is still seeping through the floor.
Bless
And
you.
the floor that you stood on is still becoming warm.
Is the furniture inside is that all burned? Or is it?
It's on fire, or it's
Yeah.
on the way to becoming on fire. Nothing's completely burnt out. The fire's growing at the moment. It's not dying down. And this figure's just stood there looking at you.
Okay. Are we going in initiative order here?
Yeah, we're in initiative now.
Okay. So, yeah, I'm going to step forward, just behind old Pangolin here, and just say, So is it the room that's got the
Yeah.
fireball in? Yeah. Easy, Tiger. Let's calm down now. Why don't you turn that off and we can have a chat?
There's no real response. Whatever it is doesn't say anything back to you or anything.
Okay. I guess that would be my turn, though, right? Would we move on to
Yeah. Yeah.
Le Widow?
Ange? You're in the corridor still?
Croy's also on 38. It looks in the right spot.
Yeah,
for me,
yeah.
so-
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
He's not
true.
sorted the order out.
Oh,
There you go.
he may have gone first then. Ian?
Yeah. Ian is in the room next door, and there's nobody there. He's checked it, so he. I think at this point, I would like to use my power, just because I'm bored. Nothing's going on. It's not exciting. This room's empty. I thought it would be burning the wall down.
Yep.
And so I'm just like, I suppose I better go and see what they're up to. And I blink out of existence.
Mm-hmm.
Short
And
character.
I walk directly to where I was. So whilst it might be quite a distance to walk out in that way, if I blink to exactly where I was standing in the corridor, it should probably be round about the amount of distance, maybe.
Yeah, it's the world that you enter when you blink. It's you have an immediate sense of direction in it, but it's not like walking in the real world. It's like more of you have a tunnel where you can see where you've been and you can walk back to that position. That's how it more feels like. So you don't feel like you're walking out the corridor and coming back in. You feel like you're just walking back almost backwards in time to where you were, but still traveling in distance. So you can blink wherever you want.
So I'm going to end up next, just slide down the road, at the back of the corridor, looking at the back of into the room at the door, where Rose is, and I say to Rose, "What's going on in there then?"
I don't know. I've not yet. I shall wander in. You coming? I just wander in, stand behind him here. Oh, what have we got going on here then?
Do either of you quickly respond back?
Fire block. Block of fire.
Yeah. Are you going to do any action, Ange, or is you just walking up and asking at this point?
Yeah, I'm just asking at the moment because he's not doing us any bad. I shout through, "You're drawing attention. They'll get you."
Yeah. Josh, your turn.
I'm just going to walk straight into the room. Walk towards the fire block. Just go. You need to put the fire out. You're setting the building on fire. People are scared.
Is that your action?
I am a man of few words. Yes.
This fireball creature.
Fire block.
Fire bloke, yeah. you could almost swear in his action. He takes a defensive stance,
That's a bit rude.
and you can tell the room's heating up, but he doesn't do anything apart from that.
Can I tell the room's heating up?
Oh yeah,
I'm immune to heat.
You know, you're immune to heat, but you can tell it's getting hotter. You can't. Certain objects in the room are starting to melt at this point.
That
If
could
it
just
wasn't
be
on
the room's
fi-
filling acid
yeah.
gas. I don't know.
If it wasn't on fire, yeah, it's melting. So yeah, you know, you have even though you're immune, you have a vague sense to heat. It's more of a discomfort though for you.
Fair enough.
But you can definitely tell that it's heating up. But he doesn't attack. Cry?
That seems pretty polite to me.
Okay. I saunter on in, having just kind of one seamless movement. I've used my tunnel and I've walked down and walked out of it right behind Rose. Said Rose, and then just sort of Rose has walked in, and I'm like, oh, well, looks like something's actually happening. And I walk on. Yeah, I can get into the centre of the room there, so that's. I walk down to where the others are and just look into the fiery inferno that's down there. I'm like, bloody hell, it's getting warm in here. That's me.
Right?
Yeah, I'm going to step forward towards the others. Look, if you're unregistered, they're going to be here within a matter of minutes.
As you step
You might as
into
well
this,
calm down.
as you step into this room, Matt, you will feel the immense heat on your face, and you can swear that the hair on your arms are starting to singe. It's it's like a furnace in this room right now.
It's a bit warm.
Yeah. I don't think he's listening.
The creature, it's just looking at you.
Does it look adult-sized? Or does it look maybe child-sized?
Roll perception.
I will do that, he says, wondering where he put his character sheet.
You can't tell. The heat haze that's coming through the room, it's a very blurred vision. You're getting that heat effect where everything's distorted and rippled. You can't say for certain what on earth's going on in that room.
Okay. In that case, I will make my way across the room toward the door. I'm kind of I would like to use my danger sense, which uses auditory. Use hearing, doesn't it? And I want to be hearing for any kind of sirens or the sound of a fleet of large black cars on its way.
Right now, you can hear a few sirens, but they're way into the distance.
Right.
You could just about hear maybe a few people in the streets screaming. You make out maybe the odd person shouting something, but you are in a room crackling with fire, so anything you're hearing, it's very distorted. But you're not hearing any distinct vehicle sounds or any.
I mean, it's probably not that good anyway. It's probably just if I hear a sound that I feel is threatening me anyway. So I'm probably
the sound of the fire you're definitely picking up on.
Yeah, that sounds quite dangerous.
But otherwise, you're not getting anything.
Okay. So I'm going to take up position near the door, just in case.
Yep.
And that'll be me done. Thank you.
Ange. Are you muted, Ange?
Yes, she is.
I've got a skill that I want to try, but I think there's a flaw in my skill.
Okay.
I want to put this person who was doing the flames into one of my coffins. Did we say my coffins are made of wood? Or did we say they were made of stone?
They are somewhere like that, yeah. You could control it. You could pretty much run it up to something like a stone coffin.
Okay, so I will try and encapsulate it in a stone coffin.
Okay. Do you want to roll me something? Hang on.
I will roll whatever you tell me to roll.
Just, roll dice. We'll fix that.
Roll me your dexterity check. The coffin begins to form, but before it fully finalizes, the flame almost just flickers, and the coffin forms right where almost where he was, but he's still stood on the outside of it. It's almost like you've just ever so slightly missed.
Damn it.
And also, you're stood in the room, so you're feeling this heat, and your veil and everything is starting to sizzle.
Step back to there. Is it like other games that we play there? You take one action, and then that's your go, and then it's somebody else's action?
Yeah, you get one move, one action per turn.
Okay, so I just move. I step back out of the intense heat for now.
Yep.
Oh shit, it's turned into a big stone box. I don't have very many ability to deal with things like this. I'm going to punch him in the face.
Right.
In my limited experience, most of these things stop if they're unconscious, so I'm going to punch him in the face.
Okay.
Ow. Wow.
Are you just outright punching him?
I'm punching him. I'm going to use my unarmed skill and I'm going to punch him in the face.
Yep, do you want to roll that?
I've rolled it. That damage stat is inaccurate. You'll have to give me a minute. I've written that wrong. Add 8 to that.
8 to that. Yeah, you hit him. You definitely hit him.
Right. It's a lot good.
It doesn't.
It's parry and not dodge for melee attacks.
Yes, it is. Well spotted.
But
I was testing
modifiers.
you.
Sure you were. I'm just putting in the other strength value into this damage, sorry.
No, it's alright. Yeah.
Totally knew how that worked.
So you hit him. You feel the contact on him.
I hit him in the face.
And now it's his turn.
Oh, good.
Having hit him, he's definitely more agitated now. He's going to attack you.
Oh.
I mean, really, that doesn't surprise me.
And he's going. He also, you see the hands come together, and out from the hands are these fireballs. 3 of them. So this it's close combat, but it's still a ranged attack. So can you roll dodge?
I can.
Actually, hang on. Does that even hit? Yeah, roll your dodge. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, because I roll my dodge to tell you if it hits.
Yeah.
First one, second one, third one.
Yeah. So all these rolls are they're going to hit you. Can you do me? We'll just do one.
Your numbers might be wrong then, because my dodge should be against that first value, the result value. That should be the attack value on them, unless you've written them wrong.
No, you're going against the DC on your dodge.
No, that's the toughness. That's the damage, which I go against my toughness. My dodge is against the first value, the result value, which is the attack ranks.
Right, okay. So one hits you then, yeah?
Yeah.
Bear with
One
us again.
hits, and then I have to make a toughness against DC 25.
He's read the rules more than me a bit on the fighting. Also, just so you know, this spreadsheet that we're using for the character sheet is a bit topsy-turvy, so yeah, that's fine.
It's very topsy-turvy. I've rewritten half of it since, like, yesterday.
Yeah. Right, so the second one hits you. Okay, yeah, so can you roll your toughness on the second one then?
Yep.
We'll get that fixed
Toughness
round
check.
for the next game. Yeah, so yeah.
I'm tough.
It doesn't hurt you. You feel it, but it's not... You shrug that off.
That's kind of rude, really.
Rude.
Just as he does it, you hear a scream from him. Get out!
That's also kind of rude.
Yeah. Cry, it's your turn.
Now, what a bloody hell is going on in there? It's fucking roasting. And I walk a little bit closer as far as I can to the heat before it just gets completely unbearable. And I guess I see this flame thing just doing what it's been doing. I just look and I see this huge stone coffin on part of the house, and I tap Rose on the shoulder and say, looks like you missed. Have you got another one of those? And I walk over to the next room. No, I walk over to the next room and I look inside to see what's in there. Is there? What I'm looking for? I'm looking for the bathroom.
Okay, if you're going in there looking for the bathroom, you walk in and no, it's not the bathroom.
So I close that door, and I've got a bit more movement, and so I kind of just jump over, walk quite happily to here, into the bathroom, and I begin to run a bath.
Okay. Mark, before you start your turn, can you roll me perception again?
I can. Just oh shit.
I'll give you advantage on this as well.
Oh, okay. That's just an add 5, yeah.
Yeah, it's just 5 to whatever you roll.
Okay.
Yeah.
That would be 26.
Your danger sense starts to really tingle now.
Okay.
You can sense that this fire is under your feet. You're at the back of this room, and you can feel the fire is underneath the floorboards where you're stood.
Okay. So I'm probably hearing it, right? Because that's how my danger sense works. I can probably hear like crackling or something beneath me.
You can hear the crackling beneath your very feet, and even above you, you can hear it. You're getting this. You know that the fire is spreading through the floors now.
Right. We need to make a move. I reckon this floor's going to go soon. And I step out into the corridor.
Yep.
And I just start shouting, anybody on this floor?
very similar to Cry, as you're on this corridor. With your acute hearing that you've got, you can hear noise coming from some of the apartments. Especially like the one across from you. You could definitely tell that there's noise coming out of there. But no
Okay.
doors open or anything.
Right. Do I have time to check the door ahead, see if it opens? Or do you want me to wait till my next turn?
Yeah. I'll say wait till your next turn. So you get to the door and you're going to try it. Well,
yeah.
Ange?
I try and make. I turn and I make him weep. So I'm thinking if I can make him cry and weep, he drops down, he might unflame. Unflame. Is that even a word?
Deflamate.
Okay, so you want to try and control his emotions, yeah?
Yeah. To make him unflame.
Yeah. So you want to roll me your power on that one? Next to the power, there should be a little dice roll. That's the one.
Motion blast.
Motion blast, and it didn't pull through any of the information I needed. Right.
Oh.
All right. So you 4 ranks your DC. You're trying to control him. So yeah, that's. Roll me your. Yeah, roll me your persuasion, and I'll give you your. How many ranks have you got in that again? Emotion blast. You got 4 ranks, so you get a +4 to whatever your persuasion roll will be.
$21.
The fire around you is still roaring, but you feel the temperature drop in this room. And his glow weakens. But it's still roaring. But you can definitely tell it's just got it's dropped by like an extra 20-30 degrees. So you can definitely tell that's just brought it down a bit. But it's still quite hot.
I shout, you need to put yourself out. Extinguish yourself, that's the word. I forgot my words. Look, they're going to come and get you. We can be here for only a few minutes and we have to leave you to suffer alone.
As you say this, the creature shouts out, I don't know how!
Oh. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down.
Josh?
I mean, it still threw fireballs at me. I'm kind of offended now. I think Penguin's still going with the punch in the face option.
Yeah, that's fine. Do you want to roll
going to... 1 second. I'm going to make an all-out attack.
Okay.
Because I want the numbers. I've also fixed the unarmed macro now.
Yay!
Oh, no, I haven't.
No.
Never mind. No, I've bollocksed it up even more. Screw it, that number's right. More or less.
Right, okay.
Just go with that, I'll fix the macro. Sorry.
Yeah, we'll do some work on this at some point.
I've paused it up.
Yeah? So you definitely hit him. And you're going for
mistake.
10, aren't you? So... He shrugs that off. You know you feel the contact again, but he seems less affected by this. And as you do this, the temperature rises back up again.
It's getting hot, I think.
And it's his turn again. And again, you're the only one attacking it. You can definitely tell he's fixated on you.
Well, yeah, he threw fireballs at me.
And he's going to go again. And he pulls his hands together. And these fireballs come at you. And I just clicked the wrong thing, didn't I?
You've clicked the wrong thing. You've also given us his name.
Shh.
I'm going to ignore that spoiler.
Can't see that.
I can totally see that's right there.
There's a lot of fireballs.
There's a lot of fireballs. They're going everywhere. So again, do you want to... Yep.
I'm pretty dodgy. Somehow. I'm not actually sure how, but I am.
So
He's a dodgy geezer.
Two of them are
sorry.
going to make...
-5 on all of those.
Oh,
My bad.
-5. Okay, so that they...
I think I still dodged them all, actually, but -5 on all of them.
Yeah, you dodged them all successfully. Very successful. If I do it in the order that you've done them, yeah, you do successfully dodge them.
Yes. Sorry, there should have been -5 on that. I just changed something on my sheet right afterwards.
Croy, you're filling up the bathtub.
Shower curtain, and I've put it in the bottom of the bath, and it's filled up. It's filling up with water. I'm hoping the pressure's sufficient that it's filling up somewhat quickly, but I'm not expecting it to be filled up immediately. I turn around. I'm listening, and with my hearing, I'm trying to get a bead on what's going on in the room. I heard the emotions being quietened, and then I heard a thump, and I heard shouting, and I heard fire. I guess can I hear all those things from where I am in the bathroom?
Yep.
Over the water, and I'm just standing there, just going, "Come on, bloody flats! The water pressure's never good enough." And that's me.
No worries. Croy's waiting for a bath to fill.
Life as a superhero, eh?
Mark, you reach this door.
Yes.
We're gonna move up to Mark a little bit here. What are you trying to open this door, or are you going to just bash it down?
I wanted to see, because I know Ian had said that the door for one of the adjacent apartments was unlocked, so well, I'm hoping that I remember him saying that. I'm just going to try and open the door.
Surprisingly, this door is not locked.
Oh.
And when I get to it, the door opens up. And suddenly, as loud as the fire, if not more, you look into this room, and you could just about see this old couple sat on a couch watching an old action film.
Oh, okay. So I kind of stand there, I look at them, and I tap loudly on the door as it's open.
Yes? Who's there? Come on in!
Oh. I walk in, straight up towards them where they're sat there, and I'm sorry to bother you, but there's a bit of a fire going on, you see. I'll just
Fire? Where?
Next door. Neighbours left the gas on or something. You should probably leave right now, because there's
I have the number for the building manager here. I can get that.
Oh, perhaps you could give that to me and I can call for you. But in the meantime, if you could make your way downstairs. I'm not very persuasive, am I?
I'll let you off say. It's a bit awkward. My grandkids, they're asleep. Can you come back later? Do you want to roll persuasion?
Well, I'll try. No.
Yeah, this old man, he just turns back to watch his film.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to try a different tack. Listen,
Yes?
if you don't switch that TV off, get your grandkids and get downstairs, I might have to kick your ass a little bit.
Aye.
I'm trying intimidation this time around.
Okay, roll your intimidation.
Well, he changed his tune.
Ooh. Yep. The man turns the TV off straight away. And he's shaking his wife now. Mary! Mary! I think we need to leave. There's a problem. Grab the grandkids.
You need a hand with that?
Oh, yes, darling. Would you be so kind? They can be awfully grouchy when they wake from their nap. And she gestures to the back right room.
Okay. Leave it to me. And I'll take the cup of tea off her that she's got in her hand. I'll go next door.
Yeah. Okay, we'll leave you there.
Yep.
We'll jump back to the firing inferno. Ange.
I try emotion blast on him again, but to make him calm. Calming emotional blast.
Okay.
I think he's hysterical.
Yep. Again.
You need to calm down. You need to calm down. I'm going. You need to control this.
Roll me your persuasion +4.
I can't add a plus to it, so we just add it when it's...
Yeah, we'll just add it when it rolls.
Yeah. Flip.
The human figure, he looks at you briefly, just for a split second, and you almost feel like he understands what you're trying to do. But the temperature stays roaring, and he very quickly turns back his attention to the guy punching him in the face.
Stop punching him. He's not got control. We need to control. He needs to control it. It's a new power. It's out of control. Punching him is making him angry.
Josh?
The strangely dressed lady seems to have a point. I'm going to try and grab him instead.
Right, okay.
Are you looking at the rules on grappling?
I know, I'm trying to reattach my screen there.
Fair enough.
You're going to grab onto him. Do you know the rules of grabbing whilst you're there?
I do, yes.
Good, do you want to do them?
Perform the rules. Right. It's a straight attack check from my side.
Yeah, attack
which
check.
makes it a fighting check.
Yep.
It's then resisted by either his strength or dodge, whichever is better.
So you want to roll your attack?
So for me, it's straight fighting. Because close
fighting.
combat unarmed doesn't cover grabbing people.
Yeah.
Aggressive hugs.
It's fine. And he'll try and dodge you.
Right. I think I missed.
Yeah, he is flames. So you feel like you had him, but all you grab is heat. You don't, you miss him. It's almost like he's just immiscible from you.
I can't grab him. I need better ideas. That's it for me.
Yeah.
I didn't bring the powers of control fire. I brought the powers of punch people in face.
The figure. He saw you trying to attack him, but you could swear blind. He almost feels or has that presence that he's confused about the situation now, and he takes a step back from you, but he doesn't attack this turn. Cry. The bathtub is almost full at this point. The water is coming out quite a fair speed.
Now you can tell me if this is possible or not. I've got two options here. My preferred option is to basically grab hold of the bath, which weighs about 170, 200 pounds filled with water.
I know what you're gonna do. Yeah, okay.
And
I like any plan that starts with grab hold of the bath.
And I'm basically gonna blink with the bath. I'm gonna focus my force around the bath, and I'm gonna blink my way back through to the room with the bath above his head, above this guy's head, seeing what the tombstone lady did, the coffin lady, but this time filled with water. And I kind of just want the bath just to fall on top of it and engulf this figure with watery bathness. If that's not possible, then I would like to grab
watery bathness.
I'd like to get the shower screen, the shower curtain that I put in, and kind of just scoop it up and just sort of bamp through, and then just drop that water over him like a fire helicopter person. I don't know if any of that's possible.
Why did you tell me?
If you want to try
watery bathness
and teleport with the bath, I'm gonna need a roll off you.
Yeah, that's fair.
Roll me a dexterity.
23.
Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, so you manage, you concentrate enough, you get your hands round it, and it's it's not an expensive bath or anything, and you very quickly get your fingers down the gaps to this bath, and you blink with the bath full of water. And as planned, you appear above the boy with this bathtub full of water. And the water comes gushing down on him.
As does the bath and me.
Started off well.
Yeah, there's a bit of...
Yeah, may have detected a flaw in your plan, so...
As you do this...
From now on be a 3rd-degree burns man.
As you do this, any of you that are watching, Croy, you probably don't get to see this because you're literally just coming out the blink, so you're a bit you're not disorientated, but you're concentrating on the bath. The water gushes down, and the flame image disappears quickly, and what's left is a very drenched young lad. Within seconds of that, this bathtub whacks in one, with you on top.
When he stops being...
We are the crappiest superheroes ever.
When he stops being a bloke made out of fire, could we consider him an ally?
Just whacked him on the head with a bath.
Yeah.
He's gonna hate us.
Yeah.
Well,
This dead man is our friend.
He is now unconscious.
That also works.
I'm gonna. You're out of initiative.
I'm gonna put him in the coffin.
You could all still tell. You may have put him out, but the room's still on fire. The building's still on fire. But you've now got an unconscious teenager on the floor.
Okay. It's obvious. It's obvious we are all in the same thing here. Now we need to leave here quick. Get him in the coffin. I'll get us out a quick way out the window, and we leave.
I think I can probably handle that. The back of the coffin, you say?
Take it to the car.
Okay, yeah, we should get out of here. Nobody saw that, by the way. I'll explain a little bit later, I think.
Standing at the doorway with my phone. Got you.
Right, run to the window, look out the window, and check to see if there's anything down there. Any coppers, any police, any black cars, any fire engines.
Yeah, I won't ask you to roll percent. The streets are empty. There's still car
Okay, I
alarms going
tombstone down the side and go, move it now, run!
off. Okay.
And I tombstone the stairs down so we can get down pretty quick.
As you're doing this, we're just going to jump back to what's going on in Mark's area of the building.
Oh, I do shout him, by the way. We're leaving.
So at this point, you're now faced with this situation.
Yeah. Well, it's time to go. We're on a little adventure.
Mark, your danger sense, you're definitely feeling the whole building is pretty much ablaze at this point.
Okay.
You can definitely feel it's under you, and your best guess would be that the floor below you is definitely on fire.
Right. Did I hear the widow call about the... Did she tell me about the tombstones on the outside of the building?
I shouted, we're leaving, come this way. So whether you...
So, I gather up. How big are these kids?
They're only about 5 or 6.
So I can carry them?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
As you're doing that, the old man does turn to you and says, "What about the other people on the floor? I don't hate our neighbours, but I couldn't leave them."
Well, you want to leave that to me, and I'll see what I can do, eh? But we've got to get you out. That's all right, and the kids.
So yeah, you're carrying the kids and the old man and the old lady. They're following you very closely behind.
Yeah.
They.
I've got to let this old couple take a couple of young kids on a tombstone staircase down the side of a building. What could go wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah, what could possibly go wrong? Well, yeah, what am I worried about? Let's do it. So I carry the kids, I take them across the landing to the window.
Hang on. Are you gonna? Right, I will tell you now before we do this. The flat that you can tell your danger sense that the flat that you were in, where the bathtub went down and everything, that floor is pretty much ready to go.
Yeah.
Go the other way. And bang on the doors as you go in.
But I'm just thinking, if I take the stairs, aren't I going to be in?
You also know, like I said, that the floor underneath, you definitely get the sense that's on fire. So that's probably in a worse state, if not the same.
Are you trying to kill me, Andy?
Nope.
Oh, I just wondered.
Are you on the corridor?
I'm carrying these kids. We've come out onto the corridor. Yeah.
So as you get onto the corridor, are you? Would you say you're looking for an exit or something?
I think that's going to be my priority, I reckon.
Okay, roll me perception then.
Okay, I'll do that. I have a character sheet. Here it is. A perception, yeah?
Yep. Okay.
20. Oh, no. Where am I?
Yeah, 24. You notice right down the other end of the corridor,
fire escape, isn't it?
There's a fire escape.
Okay, so I'm carrying these kids. I'm walking along the corridor. I'll kick the doors as I go at the neighbour's house, saying, "We need to leave. There's a bit of a situation. There's a fire, you see."
Okay, I'll move you down the corridor to about there for now, and then we'll come back to you in
Yeah.
a second. What's the
Okay.
rest of you doing? You're all helping Ange climb out the window with this unconscious child?
No. We put the child in the coffin, and then
Right, so you've gone down. You've made your way outside.
and he blinked the coffin away. We're down the stair. We're going down the tombstones. Did you miss that
yeah,
bit?
That's... I must have. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're all out of the building.
Yeah.
If possible, on Rose, seeing the coffin, bundled the kid into the stone coffin, which it is. I don't know how. Now, if a bath is £200, a stone coffin's going to be quite a bit more. It's going to be towards the top of the.
Ange can change that. She has full control over this.
Oh.
So she may, I'm not saying she did, but she may have made that lighter.
Yeah. Okay,
I
so
did.
assume, right. So it becomes a child size, and I wrap my and I concentrate on the back the back of the hearse where I was, and I lie on top of the coffin with the kid in it, and I blink and I focus and I blink into the back of the coffin. The back of the hearse with the coffin.
Okay. And are you all happy with that? You're all leaving.
Yeah.
You're all at the car.
Well, no. What I am going to do, because there's a fire all over the building, I just get rid of all those tombstones down the edge.
Yep.
And then I make lots of tiny little mini tombstones that go all over the building and shatter all the windows. So that it gets their attention, so they leave and they're safe.
All
Did you
over
see
the
that?
building.
Did you see that, Margaret? Toby put tombstone through the window.
You're doing this all over the building, Ange. Yeah.
I just thought maybe
I'm
they would
taking
wake
it
them
you
all
said
up.
As you do this, and you break all the windows,
Yeah.
quite noticeably, you see a breeze rush into the building.
Oh, yeah, that's not good, is it, with fire?
And then
I've seen
very
Backdraft, that's
quickly
bad.
after it, a
Oh,
massive
shit.
fireball ejects from every single window on the 4th floor.
Okay, get in the hearse, and then we put everyone in the hearse, and we drive off really quickly. Oh shit, where's Mark?
You might
I
want-
just killed him!
Mark,
Hello.
you're on this landing.
Oh shit! Flink went out, so he's in the land, he's alright.
You feel the whole building just shook.
Oh shit.
Yeah. And I can imagine
And
my character standing there just going, oh, fuck. I mean, he doesn't even get to finish the sentence before.
your danger sense is going mental right now. Okay?
Yeah.
You can definitely pretty much tell that the floor below you is pretty much almost gone. Okay? You could just hear the collapsing of rubble and bits falling down. But strangely enough, the floor that you're on is still quite solid. You can still hear the flames under the floorboards where you are. And you can kind of hear back towards the room that you first came into, you can hear that collapsing. But you feel still very confident that you're not in the worst case scenario.
Yeah, well, I'm not on the floor below, which
Yeah.
would have been worse, yeah.
As you walk past, as you're coming down this corridor,
Yeah.
one of the doors opens up on the apartment as you're coming down.
Yeah.
So
Afternoon. Is it a bloke? Or...
it's you probably guess that it's probably a young 20-year-old adult.
Yeah.
What's going
All
on?
right, fella. Well, it's a fire, you see. I think we need to vacate. Pretty sharpish.
We're in the middle of a game.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, but
And Daphne just rolled, and the dragon attacked her, and it almost felt real.
look. Forget your stupid game, you nerd. Get out. Just get out there and get down the fire escape, will you?
Does he put on his long leather duster coat?
Dorks like you should be slapped around by every bully in town.
I should. Sorry, chat. You're not seeing this yet. As you say this, he turns around. Come on, gang. We need to leave.
I want to see this.
Yeah.
And
bring your little dice with you.
Have they got long leather duster coats on and long hair?
Oh yeah. They're definitely young kids, and they've got a dog.
Oh.
And they'll join you on this landing now, Mark.
Oh, forget that. Get the dog out.
The dog's following you.
Yeah. Fire escape's at the end of the corridor, as you know. Now, if you don't mind, we need to move.
As you're at this junction, you can hear a noise coming across the hall.
Okay.
So you've got door to your left, where all these kids have just come out, and you've got the door to your right, and you could distinctly hear a lot of noise coming from there.
Okay. Does it sound like a party or something?
It kind of sounds maybe someone playing a game.
Oh, okay.
Are they the cool kids on the PlayStation?
These young kids, by the way, they help you. They'll take the young kids.
And see Grandma and Granddad across the yeah. So I kind of stop out in front of this door. I say, I'll just see if I can. I just see if I can get your neighbours out. All right.
Oh yes, please be careful. And they're all moving down the corridor. They're not going too fast.
Yeah.
The old man's slowing the whole team down and everything.
Yeah. I hammer on the door as hard as I can.
The door is not as strong as you thought it was. As you hammer on this door, you don't know whether maybe it's the blast from the buildings that have been going on or something.
Put your fist through it.
But the door just falls off its hinges and falls flat on the floor.
Oh.
And suddenly, you hear a load of game noises going on. Or nothing.
They're wearing headphones.
Quick, steal the headphones so Andy feels like he's done something with the Cinématique list.
And you look in, and straight ahead you can see this is quite a nice room.
Oh. I see. There's a piano in here.
Yeah, there is.
Anybody home?
And all the music you can hear is coming from this back room.
Okay.
Gone at the hedgehog.
I am going to cover this room as quickly as possible.
Yep.
The back room. This one?
Yep.
Okay. So I just open the door and stick my head in.
And in front of you is a strange man at a computer with a big green curtain behind him. With his headphones on.
Yeah.
And he just looks up at you. What the hell are you doing in here?
There's a fire.
And he takes off his earphones. And he...
What?
He's suddenly, I don't know, he has that sense he can smell the smoke and everything. And he just gets up. And he says something about, I'll be right back, stream.
We're just going to take a little break.
And he'll follow you.
Okay.
Out the door.
Well, I'll let him go ahead.
Yep.
And kind of ushering him out as fast as I can. Do you know if anybody else is on this floor, mate?
Yeah, there's usually a group in the other floor, but they won't be too kind with you knocking the door down. And I think there's usually a family in the other flat, but I don't think that they're in. I don't know.
Do you mean the nerds? I've had them already. They're
No, not them geeks. No,
Oh.
the next flat, the one at the end of the corridor.
Oh, all right. Well, I tell you what. You make your way out sharpish, and I will head up to the next door, and I will do the same. I will be banging on that door too. Actually, there's a couple we got to bang on here, haven't we?
Yeah, there's two doors. So at this point, yeah, you're back on the corridor, and you can see that everyone's pretty much climbing out the fire escape at this point. They're not all out. We'll just quickly flash back to everyone else who's at the hearse. You're what? Are you still outside the building?
Yeah.
So you're all just sat watching the building slowly but surely catch more fire.
Yeah. On top of the building, is there a big water thingy? Like, they used to have them, didn't they?
You can't quite tell from here. You are on street level, and it's a 6-story building.
Ian I look at the other guy, and Rose, and I'm like, where's the other one? Is he still in there? I thought you all came down your stairs there. Oh, they've gone.
Some people coming down the fire escape. Maybe he's coming with those. Go and have a look. Do that thing you do.
I think I'll walk if you don't mind.
Don't take the baths with you.
I climb out the back of the hearse, and I walk back up to the front of the building. I turn round as I get onto the path, and I turn round to Pangolin and say, "Mate, you coming?"
I will hop out and follow Ian. And I'm just sort of looking up and trying to figure out a way to get up there, but there's people on the fire escape, so I'm just sort of staring at the building gormlessly, pretty much.
Yep. So, are you heading towards the fire escape, or are you heading back into the building at this point?
Back into the building.
Yeah, head back into the building. Okay.
I follow that guy.
Mark?
Yes, sir.
Which door would you like?
I will choose door number 8. I'll go for the one on the left first, please.
Your left? Top or bottom?
We'll go for the bottom one.
Okay. Go for the
Your
bottom
final
one.
choice.
And as you open this door, you look in, and you can see a table of people playing a card game around it. But what you could only assume is poker.
Oh.
And one of the men looks at you. Are you the 7th?
Downstairs.
No, I'm not. I'm just here to tell you there's a fire and we need to evacuate the building, otherwise people are likely to die.
A fire in this building? And they've all stopped playing their game. They've put the cards down and they're all looking at you at this point.
Yeah, it's right beneath your feet. The floor below is liable to collapse at any moment, and anybody on this floor is liable to, expire. So if you wouldn't mind getting your asses out...
They look reluctant. Do me a persuasion check.
Persuasion? I'm not ever so persuasive.
You could get lucky.
I have rolled a 19.
You got lucky.
2 of them leave the table, and as they do, you see one of them with a green cap on That means you're out. You've lost. And the other four continue playing the game.
Well, we really don't have time for this. And he reaches into his jacket and he pulls out this massive fuck off gun.
Do you want to roll persuasion with advantage?
Is it persuasion or more intimidation at this point?
Whichever one you think you... yeah, we'll go intimidation. Intimidation
I
with
think
advantage.
maybe intimidation. I think it's
Yeah.
liable to
Packing
be
heat, but he's
intimidation.
being polite about it.
Yeah. 19 then. I've rolled a 1. Is that...
So you get advantage, so that's a 19. They look at you with your gun,
Yeah.
and they kind of carry on their game. They're not. Oh,
Can I escalate this a little bit?
yes, yeah. But how would you like to escalate this?
I would escalate this by basically saying, if you don't leave right now, I'm going to have to shoot one of you.
So by trying to save them, your answer would be to kill one.
Yes. Only one of
On
them.
average, that's still more lives than death.
Exactly.
Andy's like, what the hell did I let these lot do my first game?
Wait, hang on, you're a funeral director. It's just business for you.
Yeah.
I
should just leave them here for you.
I'll let you redo your intimidation with bonus.
You think I can roll higher than?
Yeah.
What the hell?
I have rolled a 3.
Well, you said you were going to go higher. You accomplished it.
Do I get to add 5 to, with advantage, or is that a...
with advantage? Yeah, that's
Okay, 21.
Yeah, 21. They still don't seem bothered. Honestly, they're really.
Are you going to make me do this?
One of the guys just the guy in the green cat says, "We can't leave, otherwise we lose, and I ain't leaving unless you pay me $500,000, like this table will."
I really wish that I'd gotten one of Widow's cards. Can I say that I've got one of Widow's cards
Yeah,
that I've taken from her car?
yeah, they're in my car.
Would you allow me to do that?
I have business cards, remember? Funeral business cards.
Right, well, interestingly enough, right, I know I probably forgot to explain this at the beginning. You do have hero points in Mutants and Masterminds.
Okay.
You all got one at the beginning of the round. So I will allow this, but you'll have to spend your 1 point, and I will allow you to edit the scene to say that you've got said business card in your pocket. Alternatively, the points can be used to re-roll. Or guarantee roll.
Because that's going great.
Yeah, because that would go so well.
You might get 18.
Yeah. Do I have any hero points? Have you given us any?
You automatically get one for the start of every episode.
Okay. Because it would be more entertaining. Although it's not going to make much sense, I'm going to spend it on having one of the Widow's cards.
Yeah.
And what a waste of a point, because this isn't going to make any sense whatsoever. But
Like, the whole game so far hasn't made any sense.
And I'll walk over there to the table, and I'll put this card out in the middle of the table where they've got all their cards, as if I'm playing that card. Yeah. I'll put that down there and say, if any of you really get lucky, you might need that for the rest of you. So long. And I will walk out.
Two more of them will look at each other and kind of give them that. And they'll follow you, but there's still the guy with the cap and this lady, they stay at the table. They've
Look.
just thought their odds have just increased.
Look, GM, some people just deserve to die.
It's completely up to you. You're the heroes.
It's Darwinism, mate.
Heroes. Not sure we should be calling it heroes.
Yeah. If you just move along down the corridor,
like
the
it.
fire escape's at the end.
This has taken a few minutes, so
Yeah.
Cry and Josh, whereabouts have you got up to at this point?
Bottom of the stairs and shouting. Did we know Gun's name? Did we hear it?
I don't think I said it, did
I
I?
don't think he did, no.
I don't think we got past that bit. Someone asked my name and I said my name.
Yeah. And I introduced myself. So yeah, I just I look at Pangolin because that's his name, and I say considering this building's on fire, it's not like a lot of people are actually getting out of it. Are they all fucking stupid or something?
I can answer that question for you.
Yeah. So you're not going to attempt to get up the building, you're just at the ground level?
I'm going to start walking up the stairs and sort of at each level I'll just
Squeezing
stick my head
past the
into
people
corridor
running
and
down it.
see if I can spot anybody.
Oh well, I go on. It'll be more exciting. Come on, let's do it.
Okay, so
Bet you're videoing it, aren't you?
yep,
Gets his phone out.
we'll go back to Mark. We'll let you do a little bit more before they'll join you. It's a big building. It is on fire, and someone blew out floor 4. Do you want to try the other door? You're muted, Mark. Sorry.
Muted.
Beg your pardon. I better had. Let's try it.
So you go to the other door, and then
Is
you
it-
are talking
is it
cheap
locked?
doors. It is locked,
Yeah.
but if you push onto
Put
it,
your shoulder against it. Yeah.
for a person like you, these doors weren't built to kind of stop that or anything.
No. Anybody home?
And as you walk in, there's a young couple there. And they're asleep on the sofa.
Oh.
Bet they're high on drugs or something.
I shall kind of just walk over and I'll put the gun away and tap them on one of them on the shoulder.
Roll me perception.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
20.
Yeah, as you walked in this room, you know, your danger sense has still been going off this whole time and everything. You can feel in the air that there's something wrong with this room. The air's very thick.
Oh, like a gas leak or something. Does it smell like gas?
Great.
You can smell the smoke, and as you look up, there is a thick layer of smoke across the roof of the building, or this room that you're in, and it all seems to be emanating from the walls from the other flats.
Oh, okay. Right. Something to do with the materials the building's made of, maybe.
And
Okay.
So you walked up to them. Did you try and shake them or anything?
Yeah, I think so.
They kind of respond to some degree. They're
Right.
very grouchy. They're almost as if they're asleep.
Yeah.
But like they're not asleep fully. You know, as you're shaking them, their eyes are opening, but they're very soft and gentle, and they're not. Yeah, they're not they're not fully waking up. They're very drowsed.
Yeah, the fumes in here are probably a bit toxic, maybe. And
Yeah.
I mean, can I assume that that's maybe?
Yeah, even you.
Yeah, I'm starting to feel it.
You're feeling it in your lungs. You know, you're getting an urge to cough.
Okay. So, I mean, I'm not particularly strong. Well, I'm stronger than the average, I suppose. But can I throw one of them over my shoulder?
Yeah. Yeah.
Quite near the fire escape, aren't you?
Not too far. If I can throw one over my shoulder, and make my way to the door and just lay them down in the corridor there, where the air might be a little bit clearer,
Yeah.
then go in and fetch the other.
As you get the first person into the corridor, because it's an easy task, but obviously you got the air yourself.
Yeah,
you're feeling it. You're moving a bit
You need me to
slow
roll?
yourself. No. By the time you've got the first person onto the corridor, the others will have
okay,
caught
cool.
up to this floor now.
Yeah.
But I will bring the others back in wherever you left your tokens.
We're still in the apartment.
They're still in the apartment.
I'll bring you up to here. And as you approach this area, you see there's a couple of people still trying to get out this window, and one of them points to this apartment where you could just see that there's a chap that's been brought out lying on the floor.
I'll just walk inside that apartment door. See what's inside.
Yep. And as you walk in, you've pretty much kind of you've only just missed him. Mark's heading back into the main area for the second person.
I look down at the guy that's on the floor and I kind of poke him with my foot a bit.
As you do, because he's in the corridor where the air's a bit cleaner, he kind of has a bit more conscious to him. And you just hear very faintly from his voice, my daughter. And he kind of reaches to go back in.
You hear my eyes roll. Really, pal? In there? And I shout in, Pangolin, check the rooms, there's a kid in there somewhere.
Right. I'll just walk straight to the door of the first room and just bash it down.
Yep. Again, these doors were not designed
It's empty.
for this sort of thing.
Could have used the door handle, mate.
Okay.
And again, just like her parents, they're a bit unconscious. This girl that you found on the floor, she looks like she was doing something, but she just collapsed on the floor.
Can I ask a question? Is this room filled with smoke, or?
It's not filled, but there's probably the top 2-3 inches is filled with smoke, and it's starting to come out into the corridor now.
Yeah, I step back and go near the window and just look at the people trying to get out of the fire escape.
I'll just walk over and pick up the child and then start walking back out.
And Mark, you're...
I guess I grab. Is it Mum?
Yes.
Then I can lift Mum out of the chair and carry her out to the corridor.
Yep. And at this point, you're pretty much the last two. Everyone's out on the fire escape and making their way down and everything. Are you leaving with these two people?
If I'm fairly sure that everybody's out, I think.
You know there's still the two people in the poker room.
Okay.
Roll me a perception, by the way.
Is it all of us, yeah?
Is there a ground floor as well that we've not cleared?
No, the ground floor you cleared when you first came in.
Ah, cool. Yeah.
No, this is just for... In fact, Croy, yeah, you can roll perception as well on this.
Can I? Am I just? Is this natural
Yeah,
kind of
just
perception?
natural perception.
Yeah. Okay. No.
Yes, yeah, you do. You both hear this in the distance, and you can tell. You can hear the sound of helicopters coming
Oh.
and sirens. You've been in this building for probably about 10 minutes now,
Yeah.
and you can distinctly hear sirens coming right towards you.
Run.
Yeah. Well, the response time weren't great, was it?
It is London.
Well, looks like we got everybody out then.
There's a couple of idiots in there. I couldn't get them to come.
Ah, fuck them.
Yep.
Are we still inside when he says that?
I will quickly rush back across and stick my head through the door, and just say, "Oh, last chance, folks."
I will say, as you look into this room, there's very little evidence of any fire.
Okay, so the smoke's not drifting into here yet.
Yeah, and your danger sense is very small, so you can tell that because this is almost the corner furthest away from the whole fire and everything. So,
Okay.
you know, you're getting that sense that this room is still quite secure, and that it's probably that they just don't believe you that there's a fire at the moment. You know, if they thought there was a fire, they would definitely be leaving. Not a hint
I'm
to
sure.
do anything that.
It'll be fine.
Yeah, you can probably tell with your danger sense, because you listen to the whole building. You can probably tell that this room's not exactly ready to go, but it won't.
Okay.
It's probably still got a minute or two left on it, sort of thing, before they would really need to be getting out.
I'll just walk straight in there and try and grab them both.
Okay, that works. Yeah.
There's a
And,
fire. You're coming with me.
I'll follow him in, and I'll basically just as he grabs them, I'm going to take the cards out of the hands and throw them on the table, and just went, "Well done, you won."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Josh, do you want to roll me a strength check there?
I'm strong. That's my strength check.
I know.
Bollocks.
I'm just glad it's not just me.
Yeah, I'll give you advantage.
I'm strong.
I'll give you advantage on that.
I'm strong.
He's she's not too resistant. The lady, she's kind of like, clearly something's up.
It wasn't her. She had the crap hand, right?
Yeah. He's still clawing at the table as you drag him out, but you do find it fairly easy to pull him through. He probably grabs onto the counter and you have to give him a slight extra tug and everything. But yeah, you generally
Slap.
you pull him out of the building. He's not too difficult.
When I see them getting pulled out by Pang, I look at them and say, "What the hell were you doing? You think you're superheroes or something? There's a fire. What were you doing in there that was so important? You banging each other or something?
Play cards.
Playing cards, eh?"
The guy just looks at you like, "Who the hell are you?"
Big stakes, was it? Bigger than your life, you idiots.
I'm just gonna walk up until the fire escape's free, and then just drop them both on the fire escape
Yeah.
and stand in the doorway there and just cross my.
I'm at the
arms.
bottom of the escape going, "We need to go, now."
I walk past them, looking to the room and look at the table. Is there any money on the table?
Superheroes.
I roll my perception with advantage. Yeah.
That was the slowest I've ever seen Roll20 roll a die.
24.
You can see not obviously, but under the table there are two very large briefcases.
I walk right. In fact, I walk right over to them.
My God, we are the worst superheroes ever. We're like
Yeah.
the boys.
It's
reach
not like
under.
superhero. It's more like just super people.
I reach under the table, grab them, and I bamf into the back seat of the hearse. I what's the word? I've forgotten the official word. My brain's gone.
Think.
Blink. I blink into
Yeah.
the back of the hearse with the 2 briefcases.
Okay.
We already had a conversation about the other sound effects. We're not allowed that one.
Yep. And that is where we'll leave it.
Okay. With the sirens
So,
tearing up the street.
Sirens are tearing down the street, and you're in the hearse, aren't you?
Yeah.
I know you've moved your token on the map so you could see it and everything, but you're
Yeah.
in the hearse. So
I couldn't get off that bit of map, so I just moved it around to see what was going on.
Ange and Croy, you're still taking, you're in the hearse, you're fine. Croy's holding these briefcases, and Josh and Matt, you're presumably going down the fire escape with everyone.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going down the fire escape after everyone. Make sure everybody gets out of the building before I
See,
start.
that's a hero. That's a hero. Not old Banff boy here.
Yep.
No, just stubborn.
and so that's
I have to
where
point.
Yeah.
Is it that way? Or anyway.
So that's where we'll leave it tonight.
Brilliant.
Excellent.
Yeah. Well done, Andy.
Excellent. We are
Not
not
how
very good superheroes.
Sorry, no. You're right. You should have thought.
I don't know what you
We're going to
thought,
play
really.
superhero games with a bunch of pricks like this.
It's not quite how I expected everything to go.
How did you expect it to go?
Yeah. You wait till you see how we get the cow, the tree, mate.
Yeah, definitely. Well, that's brilliant. Thank you for everyone who's watched. I'm pretty sure none of you have ever seen a superhero movie like this. Not quite sure
Yeah.
if we're
There
on the
wasn't too
hero
much
side
super and definitely no heroics.
yet. Yeah. So we will see how this plays out next time. Like I said, we haven't got an actual confirmed date yet of when the next part of this episode will come out, but I'm sure Ange will get a date in fairly soon.
Yeah, we're going to do a reschedule for November in the next.
And don't forget that you too could be a total arsehole in a superhero game just by signing up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think November we'll see some Blades, hopefully some D&D back. Some Mothership, I think, Mark, and I think there's been some chatter with
Pale
Writer about it.
Yeah.
Hopefully, Trolls, if we give them a shout out, and anyone else that streams it, I'm not noticing. I'll do it tonight. Has got something in the pipeline. So yeah. So November. The schedule is not set for November. So if anybody wants any games they want to look at, they want to learn any new games, they want us to help them, we were quite happy to run a learner session.
Yep.
Not a problem. We'll on any game.
Actually,
You can
Corey,
see, we do it so well, the learner sessions.
you're running a D&D game soon, which has got spaces. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. Probably the last. Well, when the clocks go back at the end of the month,
25th. Yeah.
gonna be looking at. It'll be the Sunday. So the idea is, we're going to be having a D&D game with the developer of a D&D tool that generates towns, taverns. It's just had a huge revamp. It's got some new art in. It's got huge amount of community contributions. And it's a labor of love, and it's it's a fantastic tool, and it's the home of Steve's Mead. So we will be bringing the developer into a game along with some members of the community over there. It's not quite confirmed yet, so I'm not going to give away too many details, but it's going to be a very, very heavily improv game using the tool that the developer has generated. So he's going to play a game using his own tool, and that's fantastic. I'm really looking forward to it.
I mean, yeah.
I'm not going to make the obvious joke.
So there's loads of things happening, but also, I mean, it's like we've got 7 days a week and 7 days a week that we can do some streams. And unfortunately, at the moment, the running of the games is falling on 3 knackered.
We need more
guys.
people. We need
So,
fresh
yeah.
blood.
And we don't have
if you
to
want to
stream,
run a
that's the
game and you
thing.
want to
Yeah.
run it through with us, and you want us to help you, then just let us know. Yeah, I mean, I'd like to get a few more week ones going. I mean, now that we've got the first Mutants and
Masterminds, yeah, said it right.
running, there's a couple of one-shot things that me and Andy are going to be looking at. We mean, a writer gave us a free one-shot, didn't he?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
that was that's a weird
Blades
one,
in the
isn't
Dark. So that was a one.
Solo Blades in the Dark.
Solo Blades in the Dark. So we have to run that because he gave it us for free.
it? You got no
Yeah.
choice.
He's based
So
up
we have
in
to run that
Scotland.
for him. Yeah. So
Yeah.
He's based where? Sorry.
He's based in, I think it was either Shetland. I think it was Shetland he's based in, or possibly Orkney, but one of the two northern isles of
Ooh.
Scotland. Yep.
But but we are happy to carry on. Please don't think that we're killing ourselves or anything.
But we want it to be
No, we
a
are killing
community.
ourselves.
We want new blood. We want more people playing. We want more people learning. I mean, Koi runs
it doesn't have to
a
be on
bi-weekly
stream.
game. No, it doesn't. We run a bi-weekly game that now that Koi runs for a couple of guys. They're not in tonight, but they were in last night. And it's just a level 1 D&D, and it's so laid back. It's just like we want to stop and discuss rules for 10 minutes. We'll stop and discuss a rule for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So there's always space there. There's always space for me, because me and Pirate are in on that game. But we know what. When I say we know what we're doing, it's a lie. But we're quite happy for us to
played D&D before.
to sit out of a session for someone to come in. It's just there's so much going on. We just need you to speak up and let us know what you want. So. But I will be doing the schedule for November because I like to have schedules.
Yeah, so definitely. So if
I don't give these guys a schedule, they'll just sit and go, yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah. So if you are interested in joining a game, get involved, send us messages and let us know. Alternatively, if you're interested in running a game, I mean, we are very much open to that. This was my first game that I've run.
Ever. Well done, you did amazing.
Yeah, well done.
Yeah, it's quite fun. So if you're thinking about running a game, let us know. We'll get you set up. And like I said, it really doesn't have to be streamed. We're just going to stream the good stuff.
And if you do want to stream,
one day.
If you do want to stream,
One
then
day,
we're on hand to give support with that as well. So,
We've got things we can give you the overlays and we can get you onto the channel and everything and stuff like that. Yep. So, but don't forget, Monday is me and IMT.
Woo!
When we've read the rules tomorrow.
Oh, it's a tricky. We've
done
solo.
2 solo ones and they've been really good fun. But this next one kind of steps it up a bit, and
it's complicated.
There's time stamps and all sorts that we've got to do things by, and things happen if you don't do things in certain time spans.
And just like last story we did, we thought was complicated. We killed everybody off within the first 10 minutes, and then we didn't have a game. So who knows? Yeah.
Well, that cut down on bookkeeping, though.
That's
right?
Monday, and then Friday, Croy is going to be sending us all a little bit more insane.
Oh, is it Invasive Procedures Part 2?
Friday,
I'm so looking forward to that. That is such an epic story. We'll get the music on point as well. We'll spend a bit of time with that. Really looking forward to that with you guys. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and then on Saturday we have another Cthulhu, which has been run by some old pirate, which does have one space on it at the moment. I can't think he was in that one. So someone needs to jump in on that one and get that one full up. It's a good game. I've played it before with him.
Yeah, please,
so I'm
guys,
not playing
jump into that one.
So we definitely want one of you to just jump in on that one. It's just a one-shot Cthulhu. It's fun. It might be a bit scary. I might have a word with my friend who lives across the road and make her come and sit on my computer for the evening.
That'd be cool. Yeah,
I might drag her across the road if I'm not playing.
And if anybody does want to join